morning from inside my house here in North Carolina. I wanted to show kind of what we keep in our house by way of our pantry and our refrigerator. So just follow along with me and I'll show you what we keep inside our house for the keto carnivore lifestyle. So here I'm starting with our pantry. So some of these products I really like, and I'm going to kind of explain because you're going to see some things in here that carnivores don't approve of, and I'm a huge proponent of not buying things with the keto label on it, but I am going to explain some of my reasoning about what we do have and what we don't have. So number one, we do have nuts because my son and my husband still eat some nuts. Pork and Good this is a really good brand of pork rind crumbs. So my son has food aversions and texture issues. This is the only peanut butter that he can tolerate. It's the no sugar added. Look at it, 7 grams of carbs. It's just palm oil, peanuts, and salt. So this is the only one that he will tolerate, and he does eat that every day. We do have some peanut butter and company. I do like their brand. My son still doesn't like the texture of it, so I'll use it in baking. So it's not keto related. We did accidentally buy this. It's got sugar in it, so if you are a carb counter, do not buy these ones because there are carbs in it and sugar. So Black Rifle Coffee is the coffee brand that I actually really love, and I do tend to gravitate towards them. We do allow my daughter to have some of the artificially flavored Green Mountain coffee. That's her favorite right here. Half calf, decaf. My husband likes this one. I really don't like this, so I don't eat it. Canned foods, we do keep some tuna. We have some spaghetti, which I've had for like a couple years now. Probably should get rid of that because we've stopped eating it. I'm not a big fan of the taste or the texture. I make my own stuff now. We do keep green beans because my daughter eats green beans on occasion. Sometimes we do use tomato paste or Rotel and things. I've had these forever and haven't even used them. We do like Max. Max seems to be a pretty good brand. I don't know what they're cooked in though, so that kind of bothers me that I haven't been able to find that out. So if anybody does know, if they are cooked in pork fat, which would make me happy, drop it in the comments. One thing I use for baking, again, because my son has a lot of texture issues. So instead of using almond flour, which I do have some, but instead of using almond flour, I use Naked PB instead of almond flour in any type of baking recipe that I'm doing for the kids. Whether I'm making cakes or brownies, I use Naked PB, and it's cup for cup instead. So this product is probably one of the best chocolates, or if not the best chocolate on the market. I love this brand. They don't use inulin, no maltitol. Ingredient list is actually really small for chocolate. Okay. So cocoa beans, erythritol, cocoa butter, mesquite powder, Himalayan salt, molten salt, stevia, vanilla, and that's it. I actually really like this brand. I use it for baking. My kids just like to eat it. My husband likes to eat it. Sometimes they'll put peanut butter on it. They have the zero sugar line, but they also have like a less sugar line too. So I buy those. I am affiliated a little bit with them and have a discount code on my link tree. So also, now these are some of the condiment brands that I really like. So Chosen Foods by far is probably my favorite so far. They don't have a lot of products on the market, but I really like them. Primal Kitchen ketchup. My daughter eats that. This is the old version of the Primal Kitchen Ranch. So I really like this version, and I've had to switch to Chosen Foods brand now because they started putting potato starch and other starches in their Primal Kitchen ranch, which does align with the primal diet with having some potatoes and stuff. But it's just not right for like my lifestyle. So this is the one keto product that is absolutely, I think, essential for kids. So this brand is Nutrail. It does say keto on it. So now we don't count net carbs in our family, we count total carbs. But if you look at the ingredient list, this makes me super happy because the ingredient list is actually pretty clean. Sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds, coconut, almonds, pecans, erythritol, butter, dried blueberries, cinnamon, salt, and monk fruit. Now, this one has a total carb count of 9, but if you minus the sugar alcohols, it's actually 5 for the people that do subtract the sugar alcohols. Really like these. My kids, well, my daughter doesn't, but my son eats them, and my husband eats them as cereal, so they'll put some of that in a bowl, and then add some heavy cream and maybe some coconut milk on top, and it makes a great cereal. So they come in all kinds of flavors. So cocoa, this one's birthday cake, cinnamon pecan. Now the ones with fruit do have a little bit higher sugar count. So like the blueberry cinnamon, the dried blueberries is where that sugar is really coming from. And then they do have a new one, and it's honey nut. And my husband seems to really like that one. And then they have a strawberry vanilla one. And so that's, basically what we have. So down here, this is like my little baking section. So when I make my egg white bread, this is where all those things are, so I don't have to go fishing for them. That's the old recipe of Swerve. Yeah, I don't even hardly use it anymore. Now, Element is a product that I highly recommend to anybody that's on the ketogenic diet and or any low carbohydrate diet. Any sports trainer, 0 sugar, really good amount of electrolytes. So further foods, collagen peptides. I'm probably going to switch brands. I do like this brand. I think I'm going to try a different brand as soon as these run out. I haven't switched yet because I don't use them super often. I usually use them in baking or in a flavor coffee every now and then, and those are big containers, so I'm still working through them. Now, Equip Prime Protein, I am affiliated with them and really like their beef isolate protein powder. It comes in different flavors. My son eats a strawberry shake every morning. Unflavored I use for making gravy. They have a peanut butter flavor, I use that one for baking, and chocolate, I use that one for baking a lot. New flavors are coming out, including salted caramel, which ships at the end of this month, I believe, and I can't wait to get mine. So, another thing, Porking Good pork rinds, we buy those in bulk, and my husband and daughter take those for lunch almost every day. So another thing that we always keep in the house is flavored water. So we do the bubblies, we do the LaCroix if they have them, because they always go out of stock here really fast, or LaCroix, however you say it. I like the plain ones, and then I'll add some, add a little bit of, citric acid, a little bit of stevia, and a couple drops of essential oil every now and then, and make myself a soda. So this bag right here is a giant bag of egg white protein powder. So my recommendation, if you buy from Rose Acres Farms, please get the pail, because if not, you have a big giant bag of egg white protein powder. It is the best for making the egg white bread. So if you do that, I highly suggest that you get theirs in bulk and then get it in pail. So this is kind of like, if you take a step back, almost everything in here is low carb or keto, with the exception of the Black Rifle salty caramel latte that we accidentally bought, and then the keto Birch Benders pancake waffle. In my defense, I've had that for at least over a year. Alright, so now I'm going to show you what's in my refrigerator and my freezer. Okay, so here's my refrigerator. So what we have, and this is pretty typical of what we always have in our refrigerator, with the exception, that is a new protein bar recipe that I tried. I was inspired by another influencer, the Ketogenic Nutritionist, but I didn't like some of the ingredients because I'm stricter in my keto carnivore diet. So I did make those and swapped out some cleaner ingredients that I thought were cleaner ingredients. So in the back there, that's where let me just move that. So that's where I put my egg white bread. It's in that container. It's always in that container. That's the rest of the protein shake my son refused to drink this morning because he didn't feel like it. So we do keep some Farmstead mild salsa, and we try to get the ones that do not have sugar in them. If you can make your own, that's great. If you can't, that's fine too. We do buy that. So we do have some crab in here because I want to make crab dip. So I do keep some fresh berries and watermelon every now and then for my son because he really likes to have fruit on occasion. There's some protein ball bites that I made out of cream cheese. So here's my version of like carnivore crisps. I do keep them refrigerated even though they do have the little oxygen absorbers. They won't last very long because they go pretty quick. This is a giant box of eggs and I just piled the rest of my beef on top. Now this I do buy for my son. Sometimes I do make my own. Typically I do make my own, but we found this brand and he likes it. Ingredient list is actually not super long. Low carb, and he's more low carb keto and less, like, he's not super strict. So these are the boiled eggs. So boiled eggs we always have on hand because my husband preps his meal. This is one of his meals that he's got prepped, and he takes anywhere from 3 to 6 eggs every day with whatever meat he's got prepped, which usually is ground beef. He'll just have hamburger. He might throw a piece of cheese on it. So this is chicken salad that I've made for my daughter. I'll make a batch of this at the beginning of the week, and I'm actually gonna have to make a second one this week. So here's the chicken I bought for that. So this is going to be, these are chicken thighs because chicken breast is just way too dry no matter how much stuff you put on it. These are chicken thighs. These are boneless, skinless chicken thighs. These down here are bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. My son eats about 4 chicken thighs air-fried per day. So we buy a couple packs of these a week. So this is my cheese drawer. Cheese and charcuterie drawer, or charcuterie is depending on who you ask. So we have cheese, salami, things like that. My husband will sometimes take just meat and cheese. I haven't tried this yet. Very low ingredient list. Yep. Enzymes, milk. So yeah, I'm gonna try that and see if we can make some Mexican like cheese dip. So the next one, it has peppers that somebody gave my husband. This right here is my bacon drawer, and my son goes through about a half a pack of bacon now a day, so I keep that there. We keep butter, heavy cream, coconut milk. There's a refrigerated jar, and then of course all the different condiments that we do keep. I keep some pickles. My husband likes stuffed olives, some Texas Pete's. This is cartons of egg whites that I use to make my bread. And yeah, that's basically what I keep in my refrigerator. As you can see, lots of options and ingredients. We do have some frozen vegetables because we do like cauliflower and broccoli every now and then. I have some frozen chicken wings just in case we get frisky and want to throw them in. I do have a frozen duck, and I'm looking forward to smoking a duck. So in here we've got some sliced roast beef that I sliced myself, and that is bone broth that I have frozen. And we have a pork butt, wraps. I usually get these shipped to my house unless I can find them for a better price here locally. And that is really all that I have in this freezer here. Now outside in my freezers outside, I have 2 chest freezers. We did get a half a cow earlier when we first moved here, and that's just basically got the cow in it. Yeah, that's what I keep in my refrigerator and my freezer and my pantry. It is easy to keep food stocked. It is easy to have things prepared. We do meal prep for the week. We do about 3 days at a time, so twice a week we'll do some meal prep. Other than that, it's pretty simple. We're not always reaching for packaged foods. We have a couple things in there like the pork rinds and some keto granola that is the actual clean brand. If you have any questions or comments or want to know what I think about certain products or anything else, just leave it in the comments and I will respond as soon as possible. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Anyway, have a great day and looking forward to seeing the comments. Bye y'all.